So at this year's Summer NAMM, Fender announced some new additions to their growing line of effects pedals. And in last week's video, I demonstrated one of these for you. That was the MTG LA Tube Distortion. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you another one of these new releases from Fender. This is the pour over envelope filter. So if you're not too familiar with envelope filters, they're kind of like auto wah pedals. They respond to your playing dynamics, meaning that how hard you pick directly affects how hard the filter frequency peaks or dips. Now the pour over has a few more tricks up its sleeve than the usual envelope filter. So with that being said, let's go through the main features of this pedal and listen to some of the tones. Let's start with the right side of the pedal, which is the filter section. So you've got a three-way selector switch allowing you to choose between a low pass, band pass, and high pass filter. So the low pass filter allows low frequencies to pass through and rejects higher frequencies, and the high pass, as you might have guessed, does the opposite. It allows high frequencies to pass through and rejects lower frequencies. So let's take a listen to the difference between the low pass and the high pass filters. And then in the middle, you've got a band pass filter. Now, basically what this does is it's got two separate cutoff points, one at either side of the frequency spectrum. So imagine this is your full frequency range. This is basically what the band pass gives you. So it doesn't just eliminate high frequencies, and it doesn't just eliminate low frequencies. You're basically operating within a select range of the frequency spectrum. If that doesn't make any sense, think of it as being like a wah pedal. So most basic wah pedals have a set frequency range that you can sweep through by rocking the pedal back and forth. So when they're all the way down, they can't go any higher than that. You can't get any higher frequencies with this pedal when it's all the way down. It's maxed out. When it's all the way down, when it's cocked all the way back, it won't go any lower than that. There might be more low end to explore in the frequency spectrum, and there might be more high end above what they're giving you here, but this is your frequency range. So this is basically what a band pass filter is doing. You've got a frequency knob which controls the filter frequency range, a Q knob which adjusts the resonance peak of the filter. Essentially, as you turn it up, it's going to sound like the filter is getting sharper. And the drive control essentially makes the envelope respond more and more to your playing dynamics as you turn it up. With it all the way down, you're basically just getting the sound of the filter by itself without it responding to your playing dynamics. But then as you start to turn it up, you'll hear your playing dynamics push the envelope harder. So basically it's just a filter pedal without the envelope sort of auto-wah sound when the drive control is all the way down. Now sometimes you'll hear rock bands apply high-pass filters to their guitar tracks for song intros, and then they'll turn them off as soon as the song fully comes in. A good example of that would be Backcountry by Avenged Sevenfold, which I'm not going to play for copyright reasons. But you can take a listen to that and hear that for yourself. There's a filter on the guitar at the start of the track, and you could do the same sort of thing with this pedal if you turn the drive control all the way down and select the high pass mode. Last thing to talk about on the filter side of the pedal is the up-down switch. So when the drive control is up, the envelope is engaged and it's responding to your playing dynamics. We know that already. But the up-down switch allows you to choose whether you want the filter to peak or dip in response to your playing dynamics. When you set it in the up position, you'll hear the filter spike up. Every time that you pick hard, it'll spike up and then recover. And if you set it in the down position, you'll hear it dip and then recover every time that you pick. Personally, I'm not a big fan of setting it in the down position. It just doesn't sound very inspiring to me, but it's there if you want it. It is an option. And then on the left side of the pedal, we have a distortion section, which has an overall level control for the entire pedal, a switch for activating the distortion circuit inside the pour over, and tone and gain controls, which only affect the distortion circuit. These do not affect the tone of the pedal when the distortion is not engaged. So let's take a listen to some clean tones with the pour over and then activate the distortion circuit that's inside the pedal and see what that sounds like. As with all Fender pedals, the pour over has light up knobs which you can turn on and off with a switch on the top of the pedal, and it also has this really nifty battery compartment which has this kind of magnetic door which you can just pull open just like that, so you don't have to do any unscrewing to get to the battery compartment if you need to swap the battery out in a hurry. These are selling for £129, which I think is a pretty good price considering the amount of features that they give you with it. I personally don't have a great deal of experience with other envelope filter type pedals, so I can't really comment on how this compares to other similar pedals on the market, but I will say it does sound very good. I had a lot of fun playing around with it, and it is very versatile. It does feel versatile. I'll also point out that this is indeed true bypass and it's all analog circuitry, in case any of you were wondering. It would be cool if they could add a foot switch for the distortion section. Maybe there's not enough space inside the pedal to accommodate another foot switch. I don't know, but it would be a handy feature to have if they were to do like a future update on this pedal. But I mean, you can still use this with your usual distortion and overdrive pedals if you wish to, which is, to be honest, how I would probably use it on a pedal board myself. So there you have it, guys. That was the pour over envelope filter from Fender. If you want to know more about Fender's range of effects pedals, click the link in the description box beneath the video. My name is Ross Campbell. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, it would be great if you could give the video a like, click subscribe, as well as the notifications bell to hear about new uploads from this channel in the future. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next one.